Hey folks, Papa Joe here. I've made a couple of videos about the winter time, and it's got my old noggin a thinking, and the snowballs rolling and gathering dust. And I thought of a few more things I'd touch base with you on. Automatic trucks are a pain in the butt. And that wasn't what I was going to touch base with you on. That was a free one. Okay, winter stuff. A few tips. Some of them might seem like they don't need to be said, but I'm going to say them anyway. Don't make any drastic moves. And that can be a hard one. Don't just slam on your brakes. Drive slow enough. If the weathers are getting bad, and the roads are getting bad, drive slow enough that you can stop without having to slam on your brakes. Try to drive where you don't have to whip the steering wheel. You know, leave yourself, and what I mean by that is drive in such a fashion that if somebody cuts you off, comes off of that ramp or whatnot, that you don't have to whip your truck around on that snow or ice. I know, little things that we should all know, but not everybody does. Don't outdrive your stopping distance. I've done other videos on that. In the wintertime, that's really important. Whether it's snowing or whatnot, there's a couple videos out from the last couple winters up there on 80 and stuff where trucks just piled up. And it was because over 80% of them was out driving their stopping distance. There was a few that got their stop, Walmart and stuff like that. It really didn't matter because the ones coming up behind them did not, and they ran right into them. I'd rather be hitting the ass end than in the nose. I'd rather somebody hit me back there than me to run into that truck up there. If you're in that situation where you come upon something like that, what are you going to do? If you can't stop, you try to guide for the soft hit. Now that sounds silly to some, but think about it. If you have control and you're able to direct where the truck's going, do you want to hit that bridge pillar? Do you want to hit the back end of that big truck? Or do you want to go through that ditch over there and hit that little tree? Think about it. Try to pick a soft object to hit. And yes, in some of the driving courses, they do teach you that. That's where I picked it up from. But stuff like that. I had told you about when you was parking, panning your brakes and all that stuff. To set and reset your brakes a couple of times right after you stopped. Along with it, and I meant to tell you in the one video and I didn't get to do it, after you have backed in there, if it's snowing and whatnot, roll back and forth a few times. Don't just roll in there and stop and set your brakes and let that snow accumulate all underneath you and create you a bump to jump up over. So as long as you're awake and moving around, be aware of what's happening to your parking spot and pull in and pull up and out, you know, forward and backwards a few times. Make yourself a way to get in and out. Keep that pack down. If you want to keep yourself a sharpshooter, that's one of the narrow shovels. It's yay long and real skinny. It ain't but 4 foot tall that you can keep in your box. We call them, some call them spades, some call them sharpshooters, but it ain't the regular diamond looking one or hard looking one, whatever you want to call it. It's only about 8 inches, 6 or 8 inches wide. It's about 16 inches long on the actual blade, and then it's got and it might be longer than that on the blade. It might be closer to 2 foot, I don't know. But overall, it's only about 4 foot. Real narrow little shovel. I done told you about kitty litter. Told you about alcohol. Told you about trying not to set your trailer brakes. Bleed your airlines quite often, every day. If you don't know where to bleed your airlines at, get with somebody and have them show you. And on some of these newer trucks, yes, they're hard to find. Don't be embarrassed to ask for advice. Don't be embarrassed to ask about, how do I drain my air tanks? Drain your air tanks. Your air compressor, and your system, it makes condensation, moisture, and you keep pumping that into your trailer and into all of your airlines, but it's mostly your trailer. You get that water in there and it freezes up in your feet. They do have airliner alcohol, so to speak. Most trucks, it's a pain in the butt to put it on because you got to break loose some lines out front. If you work for a small company or an owner-operator, they do make a little device that you put on up there that you can fill up a couple times a winter that will automatically shoot alcohol down through your airlines to help keep stuff thawed out, cleaned out, and all that good stuff. I would try to talk him into putting those on. They're really not that expensive. But airlines freezing up is a big one, and that's mostly due to poor maintenance or neglect due to whatever. And when I say poor maintenance, I mean that the chuck doesn't work where you're bleeding off your tanks. You know, if that's the case, make them fix it. You know, different things like that. Let's see, there was a couple other things I thought about. And see, that's the thing, is I think about these driving down the road and then want to go make video, and then forgot about them. Let's see, not out-driving your safety, stopping distance, don't out-drive your comfort zone. You heard me tell Chance about that. Don't tailgate. You shouldn't be tailgating anyway, but don't tailgate. And all you're going to do is get 2 of you killed. Well, that's not good either. So, don't do that. Let's see, kitty litter, a hammer. I told you about a hammer. Try to make it a straight claw hammer. When I say straight claw hammer, it's more like a framing hammer, and the nail pullers come as straight back as you can. Some curve way under, some don't. There's my boy calling, damn it. That's about all I can think of right now. Remember, God loves you and so do I. You have a blessed evening. Good night.